Good evening, this is Lynn from Marajan's Herbals, and tonight we're going to do our Yule ritual. Happy Yule. I hope that you had a wonderful day. I know that here in Everett, we were not able to see the Christmas star because we had too many clouds, and I know that it's snowing outside right now, so that's kind of cool too. I wanted to talk a little bit about Yule, the history of Yule, and then we're going to go ahead and do our ritual. So, what we want to talk about, first of all, is the Wheel of the Year. So the Wheel of the Year actually represents the cycle of birth that is perpetually repeated year after year. Yule is a starting point of sorts, as it is when the Yule goddess gives birth to the horned god, or the Oak King and the Holly King battle. So it depends on, which camp you're in. I typically look at the Yule King and the Oak King and the Holly King and their battle twice a year, once at the winter solstice and once at the summer solstice. And this is the time that the triple goddess starts her cycle over again as the maiden. It is, other Wiccan festivals are thought to represent different parts of the courtship and birth and death cycle of the deities, and generally the god also will age during this time of year. So the Holly King is going to give up the throne tonight, and the Holly King, if you look at pictures of him, is very reminiscent of Santa Claus. He looks like heavy coat and carries the trees and things of that nature. So he's kind of the representative of Christmas time. The Oak King is more representative of the Green Man, and is so they look very different. They both have various strengths. The Holly King is for the dark half of the year, and the Oak King is for the light half of the year. It is so what we are going to do tonight is we are going to cast our circle, and then I'm going to read you the battle of the Oak King and Holly King by Rachel. And once we do that, then we're going to call in the quarters and the deities, and we are then going to light a candle for the Holly King, for the Oak King, and for the goddess. And we're also going to light a candle for the return of the sun. So if you have a white candle or a yellow candle, you'll want to get that for you want to get that so that you can light the candle and welcome back the sun towards the end of the ritual. So I'm going to give you a second to go get your candle, and then we'll go ahead and start raising the circle. The snowflakes that we are having here in Everett are about the size of a quarter. They're huge. And I think that they had said on the news yesterday that we wouldn't be sticking. But it's sticking here, and I know it's sticking in Linwood, and I know it's sticking in Marysville, because all of my kids have checked in, and they all have snow on the ground. So that's kind of, it's fun that for Yule this year we have snow. It is, for me, I enjoy the snow, and when it comes on special days like Yule or Christmas or anything of that nature, it makes it even just a little bit more special for me. So we are going to go ahead and start the circle. So If you are casting a circle, go ahead and join me with it. If you're not casting, do remember that if you can see me, you are part of my virtual circle, and so you are protected. Other hand to that is if you need to leave in front of your camera for whatever reason, cut yourself a door to leave and cut it back to come in so that we don't break circle. Okay? So, I walk this circle once around to cleanse and consecrate the ground. That was with salt and with water. I walk this circle once again between the worlds all time can bend. And with incense, and tonight we're using pine incense. I walk this circle thrice this time for the protection of the Lord and the Lady are mine. Okay, now, the battle between the Oak King and the Holly King. A rivalry many centuries old, since ancient times the tales were told, of two great kings, one dark, one light, who twice a year would heroically fight. The Holly King, the darker one, ruled the winter and the dimming sun, while the King of Oak was vibrant and bright. He reigned over summer and the sun's growing light. At Yule they would battle. 'Twas an inspiring scene, and the victory would go to the mighty Oak King. But at midsummer's time, with the sun at its peak, the Holly King would win. The Oak King grew weak. And so it went on year after year, and the story was told to all who would hear. So honor the Oak King in summer when the sun's light is warm, and Holly King in winter amid the swirling snowstorms. And we have a swirling snowstorm today, so that's pretty cool. All right, so as we're going to call the quarters in, we're going to go ahead and start with the east. So if you would face the east. Powers of air, step forth from the darkness. Enter my circle as dark gives way to light. Bring along with you the essence of pine trees. Remind me of springtime as I face solstice night. We bid you hail and welcome. And to the south, powers of fire, step forth from the darkness. Enter our circle as dark gives way to light. Bring along with you the first glint of tomorrow. Remind me of summer as we face solstice night. We bid you hail and welcome. To the west, powers of water, step forth from the darkness. Enter my circle as dark gives way to light. Bring along with you bittersweet memories. Remind me of autumn as I face solstice night. We bid you hail and welcome. And to the north, little bit of technical difficulties here. Okay. Powers of earth, step forth from the darkness. Enter my circle as dark gives way to light. Bring along with you the land now slumbers. Remind me of winter and this cold solstice night. We bid you hail and welcome. Dark my surroundings and cold be this night, but thy labor, blessed Mother, has reborn the sacred light. The child divine, most honored Son, shall return with the sunrise again, and two will be one. We're going to light a black candle right now and think about the Holly King. He has served and guided us over the last 6 months. In the morning, the sun will rise. A little bit earlier, the days are going to get longer. And now is the time to honor the Holly King and thank him for being here. Hark, behold the rebirth of the King of the woodlands. Behold the Oak King, strong and vital he rises. And here we have a green candle that represents the Oak King, and we're lighting it from the candle for the Holly King. Awaken, my lady, look upon thine divine child. His rebirth while you slumbered was subtle and silent. The Stag King, the Green Man, Lord of fertility, he awaits thy awakening, gentle and benevolent. All hail the Oak King, his rebirth a promise. All hail the divine child, giver of life. All hail the blessed Son, newborn to mother, for he retakes the throne at the end of this solstice night. And we have the white candle for the mother that we are lighting with the Oak King candle. The wheel of the year has turned once more. The nights have grown longer and colder. Tonight the darkness begins to retreat, and light begins its return once again. As the wheel continues to spin, the sun returns to us once more. Although it is dark, I come seeking light. In the chill of winter, I come seeking life. This light is a boundary between positive and negative. That which is outside shall stay without. That which is inside will stay within. Like fire, light and love will always grow. Like fire, wisdom and inspiration will always grow. Fire of the hearth, blaze of the sun, cover me in your shining light. I am awash in your glow, and tonight I am made pure. I call upon fire that melts the snow and warms the hearth. I call upon fire that brings light and makes new life. I call upon fire to purify me with your flames. Welcome back the sun. If you have your candle for the sun, now is a good time to light it. And as you light it, say once again, welcome back the sun. Light is returning. Even though this is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the light of hope alive. Make safe our journey through the storm. Our planet is turning, circles on her path around the sun. Earth Mother is calling her children home. I sincerely wish you a joyful Yuletide and a prosperous new year ahead. We've honored the Holly King, the Oak King, and the rebirth of the sun. Let your candle burn until it is done. My candle will burn for probably about 3 days. So know that light is coming back. That means a little bit more joy, a little bit more happiness, hopefully a little bit more health. And now we're going to go ahead and release the circle. So, Holly King, we thank you for your presence and guidance through the dark half of the year. We bid you hail and farewell. Enjoy a restful sleep. Oak King, thank you for your presence and guidance forthcoming during the light half of the year. We bid you hail and farewell. Mother Goddess, thank you for attending and protecting our circle tonight. Thank you for the rebirth of the sun and the return of the warmth. We bid you hail and farewell. Facing the east, powers of air, thank you for attending and protecting our circle tonight. Thank you for helping us celebrate the return of the sun as we face solstice night. We bid you hail and farewell. And to the south, powers of fire, thank you for attending and protecting our circle tonight. Thank you for helping us celebrate the return of the sun as we face solstice night. We bid you hail and farewell. To the west, powers of water, thank you for attending and protecting our circle tonight. Thank you for helping us celebrate the return of the sun as we face solstice night. We bid you hail and farewell. And to the north, powers of earth, thank you for attending and protecting our circle tonight. Thank you for helping us celebrate the return of the sun as we face solstice night. We bid you hail and farewell. The circle is open but never broken. May all beings and elementals attracted to this ritual be on their way, harming none. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. Blessed be. Thank you for joining me in celebrating the return of the sun and the winter solstice. I hope you had a wonderful day, and I am looking forward to the return of the light and the return of all good things. Thank you for joining me. Blessed be.